Welcome back, everyday business leaders. I'm Melanie Ake, the host for today's show, coming to you from JP the Geek Studio right here in Greenwood, Indiana. We're thrilled to have you with us today. Join me as we connect and celebrate remarkable business leaders from our very own community. Here we have Bridget Huck. She's coming to us from Ash Interactive, and we are so excited to meet her, and so you can learn about everything that she's learning about growth. Remember to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. Turn those notifications on. Here we go. Hi, Bridget.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I am super excited that you're here today.
Me too. Me too.
We had not met until I think you joined Aspire, right? Recently,
Yes.
And that's how we first met?
A few months ago.
A few months ago, and I'm your ambassador.
Yes. I used the word ambassadee the other day at work, and someone was like, I've never heard that, but it makes sense. I was like, yeah, ambassadee.
It does make sense. It's so cool. And well, your company, today we're going to talk a little bit about your history and your growth and the things that you're doing today in the community. And that's what this program is really all about, celebrating you and then getting people connected to what you're doing in business. So tell us a little bit about, you went to IU and you have an art degree.
Yes.
And so I love this because when I first brought in the ambassadors, we did a little pig personality test.
Yes.
And if you guys haven't done this, look it up.
Yes.
So
It's a good one.
it tells a lot about your personality. And it sure did, because you weren't even in here when we were actually doing it for the first time. But I love this because people don't know things about you until they maybe look at a picture. So what drew you to art as a child? What kind of made you say, this is what I love to do passion-wise, to give yourself permission?
Yeah. My parents have always been very supportive of anything that I've ever done, and my dad always says, follow your passions, and they've always been very supportive. Anything I wanted to do, they'd support me. I was always the kid that would get all the art supplies, the big art kits, everything. I was always doing drawing, painting, just anything craft related. But then through school, I ended up not really taking a lot of art classes through school up until from between 5th grade and my senior year of high school. I didn't take any art classes. And then my senior year, I ended up taking an art class, and I was like, oh my gosh, I remember how much I love doing this stuff. And then I went to college, and actually my first major was public relations and advertising, and which I love that too. But then I kept taking more art classes, and so I was like, I'll just add another major. So then I went and got into more art, and then my master's degree, I ended up pairing those together and doing arts administration, because I realized I really love and enjoy and appreciate so many different types of art forms that I wanted to learn more about how to support arts organizations and artists from more of an administration side. So in my program there, I learned so much about nonprofits and how they work and why they're so important and what they do for the communities. And there is where I actually got involved with my local arts council through my grad program, and that's actually where I met my boss, my current boss. So we connected on the art level. So we're both artists and lovers of nonprofits and helping people. So that's kind of a little background about me.
That is so cool. Some people love something, they turn something back on that they love to do that they didn't follow. So that's why I love your story, because you've kind of owned it, right?
Yes.
You just said, I'm going to stay in this lane and I'm going to
Yes.
find a profession that I can really just lean into. And so having the right resources and meeting the right people really helped you do that.
That's such a huge important part. It was just like, I'm like, I got to meet as many people I can. I got to do as much as I can, because I knew something was going to stick and something was going to be the right fit for me, and use of my diverse set of skills and creative, but also the marketing mindset and bringing together those creative thinking to help find new solutions for people in their businesses and organizations. So.
So you are probably like me. I love to create. I'm always thinking about, I want to create this, and I would love to do that more than finish stuff. It's so bad. I'm a procrastinator.
Yep,
I need
me
to go.
too.
I know, go to the help desk.
I'm definitely a starter. I'm a big starter.
A big starter. That's right. How do you overcome being the starter and trying to get the projects done? Because that's the challenge, right?
Yeah. I think taking in the big picture and just breaking it down step by step so you can create little victories along the way is what helps me. Because it's like this is phase 1, this is phase 2, this is phase 3, that makes them feel more digestible and easier to obtain and get to those goals. So I try to do little projects within big projects to get things done.
So are you like this in all parts of your life, or is it just
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you're an obsessive starter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love big picture. So in my personal life, it's, I want to start this new craft. I want to go test out this new art medium. I want to do this. I want to get involved with this extracurricular. But I always say I really love collecting art supplies rather than doing the thing, because I'll buy it, I'll do one project, and I'm like, I'll do that in a couple years. But then in my professional life, I am part of the big picture thinking. Like, that's a really big part of my job, is being there with the client when we're first starting with them and thinking of endless possibilities. But then it's taking those and picking out what makes the most sense and making it manageable. And yeah, I guess that's how I overcome it at work a little bit. So
If you could travel anywhere to learn a new piece of art or a new lane of art, where would you go? And what would you learn?
I think just the obvious answer for me is like Italy. I loved studying like Renaissance art, and that in my undergrad, that was my favorite stuff to learn about, just because there's so many little details that go into all of that piece of art that people don't know, that it's so fun for me when I go to museums to be like, did you know this? I'm just being the annoying art history nerd there, but I would say probably Italy and learn from, but I don't know, all the artists I want to learn from are no longer alive. so yeah, but I'm a big learner. I love learning and learning how to do new things. So
what can you apply? So from an art perspective, it's all about discipline, right? So the discipline and the structure that you have to follow a pattern. Even though you're a starter, there is a process to it. So if you're doing a sketch, if you're drawing a pig,
yes,
you start with the fundamentals. How does that help you in other parts of your life?
That's a good question. I think for me, relating it to art in a way that sometimes it has to get messy and it has to not look good before it is the finished product. There's not going to be pretty parts in between to get where we need to be. So I think that's a huge relation there between those two.
Hi, this is Melanie Ake. When you visit everydayleaders.com, you'll find valuable resources to become a better leader in your life. Women's leadership programs, including Top Floor Women, our monthly networking events, corporate workshops, and strategic business coaching services. Discover classes and products to develop yourself, including our morning leadership devotionals. Don't forget, order one of my inspirational books, sign up for classes, or pick up some gear in the Leader Store. Listen to the Everyday Business Leaders podcast, apply to be a guest in our studio, or even sponsor your own commercial advertisement. Contact us today at everydayleaders.com. A lot of people get stuck, right? They're like, oh, it's linear. I have to do this one thing. And so the people like me that I draw a stick figure and it's not straight, and like it's horrible.
Yeah, it's like, I'm done. I quit.
And then I want to start something, I'll draw this dog, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like you have that disciplined mindset to go, it doesn't have to be the finished product. As long as we can start it.
Got to get started.
And kind of get that lane, right? So are you more, I guess, the Impressionism from the Italy and Europe? But talk to me about just the classes that you took, how it's related now, because you've come right out and you've gotten this great job with Ash Interactive. And so what you get to do is really build your personality into the brand of the company. A lot of people don't have that kind of luck.
Yeah.
Right? And they would say it's luck because you really were very intentional about how you stepped into it, which is awesome, right? Congratulations.
Thank you.
To be a mentor to other women, to other people that are looking to do kind of what your path was, what would you recommend for them, like the three strategies to follow from going from high school to try this out to make sure you do these 3 things so that you can at least find the joy in the journey for your jobs?
I'd say 3 things. So when I'm someone coming out of high school trying to find a pathway to a career that they will enjoy, I think take classes that you're maybe not sure about, so you don't know what's going to stick. If you're not really super into something, you might want to just try something out. Or if there is one of those things that you liked when you were younger, test it out again, because that's what worked for me. It was like, I used to love this. I wonder if I still love doing this. And I did. So I think something I've always been intentional about was finding great people to support me as well, that I could talk to, and meeting those great people in these different internships and these different classes and these different organizations that I just put myself into. Something I always did too was I would just ask. There wasn't an internship posted, but I just email the owner, say, hey, I noticed that you need help with ABC. I'm really good at ABC. Can I come work for you? That worked for me on multiple occasions, because I think people like the initiative that it puts forward. So I just say, just put yourself out there and don't be scared. And
where's the confidence come from, though? Right? Where does that confidence come from? Because that's the thing, that you can take art classes, you can take, engineering classes, you can take nursing classes and say, I've got all the degree that I'm ready to do this. But you have this sense of confidence. Where does that come from?
I don't know. And I think it's just, I don't know. I've always been very supported. And like I said earlier, like the things that I always wanted to do, I've always had a family that's been very supportive of me. And, you can do what you want to do if you put the time into it. And I know I'm good at these things. So I think that's where sometimes it's hard, because there are new things that I know I'm not necessarily good at, but I know I can be. So I think, I don't know. I don't know where it comes from, but I think it's just the support I've surrounded myself with, people that tell me and encourage me, and that I can do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Talk to me about mentorship. I know a lot of women, especially in business, are looking for the right mentor. Who are, besides your boss, like who do you look up to as your mentors? And then are you in a program to mentor other women?
That's a good question. I think through school, it was my teachers, my professors. There was always at least one professor that I was like, that's my person. And I just show up to their office hours. So I'm like, I just need to talk to you. It wasn't about class. I wouldn't even have a class with them that semester, but it was like my advisors that when you really took the time and they took the time to get to know you, they liked you as a student, but it's like once they got to know you as a person too, it's like they're on your team. So that was always big for me. I always had women professors, very strong women who are good at what they're doing, and they've had these careers, and they were great mentors to me. As far as me being a mentor, I have had the great opportunity since starting at ASH to help mentor our interns. That has been so fun for me, because I had some great internships. I also had some internships that weren't so great. And I wanted to take those things that I loved about my great internships and help, put those forward. And also the things that I didn't like, I wanted to not be that as a mentor to them. And being maybe closer in age to our interns than maybe some of our other employees or their supervisors are, I feel like they were able to talk to me about things that maybe they wouldn't feel comfortable talking to other people about. Also, since I've been in school recently, it's like I could help talk through them balancing school and work and making that transition. So that's been something that's been really fun for me this year, to be able to be in that sort of role for them.
I love that, because so many times you say you learn more from your mentee, right, than like the ambassador thing. What can we do differently?
Yeah.
But that's being young and being in a great profession, especially today in the marketing world, right? Everybody says social media, but it's putting this package together, getting that from the ground up, saying, I know kind of how this fits, but taking others along with you, I think is so critical today. And giving them that confidence that you have.
I try to instill confidence in them too. Sometimes it'll take them a little longer on a project to do it, and they'll be like, oh, I'm a little nervous to show show this, it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're learning, and this is great. Like, you're doing a great job. Like, you are taking so many steps to make yourself better by being in this role right now. You should be proud of yourself. I try to be as encouraging as possible because I know it's hard. Because I know me, if I like to be told I'm doing a good job.
Right.
I don't know. I like that. I like people to tell me that. So I try to do that for other people too. Mm-hmm. So.
Okay, so this is a tough question.
Okay.
If you could describe your life right now as your favorite Christmas movie, what would that be?
Oh my gosh. Describe my life as a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
This is going to sound cheesy, but my favorite Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
I'm having a wonderful life. I don't know that the movie is a parallel to me because I don't know that I had an experience where, I can see people living without me in their life, but
but that's so cool, right?
Yeah.
So probably what you're doing, if you think about that movie, the different stages that you start to appreciate the things, right? And to be able to give back and have that moment of clarity.
Yeah.
And so I love this because so many people say, oh, this is my favorite Christmas movie or Christmas story because. And anything that we can do to kind of share that joy right now. I think it's so important during this holiday season to give people permission to say, it doesn't have to be so perfect.
Right.
You can look back and say, I've learned a lot this year, and we're going to go forward for 2024.
Yes, for sure. We're definitely doing a lot of thinking about our 2024 and how can we grow, what did we do well versus what can we improve on. We're doing a lot of thinking about that stuff this month and some internal planning and trying to practice what we preach too, because we're like, all right, this is what we tell our clients to do. Are we also doing that to the best of our abilities? So it's really taking that time and thinking about how we can be better and that it's not always roses.
That's not always roses.
So, yeah.
So walk us through Ash Interactive when we come to see you, when we schedule an appointment. Yeah. Who do we see first? Walk us through that process.
So actually, normally people see me first when they walk in the door just because the door that people come in, my desk is right there. So I will say hi to you as you come in. But our building is actually super cool. We have murals painted on both sides of our building. They've been done by professional artists. There's one side that is a futuristic Wizard of Oz scene where they're got all the characters. That's
so
I can't
cool.
wait for you to see it. It's my favorite thing. I was able to be there while the artist was painting it, and it was incredible because it's done with spray paint, and you'll be talking to someone. You'll be looking at the painting, and he'll be doing something, and then you'll turn away and you'll look back. There's a whole new scene. And you're like, how did you do that? How did you do that? It's incredible. I mean, of course, going back to the art. I love art. I love it. But that's how my boss and I bonded, and that's how we met each other was through this art. And then the other side of the building, my favorite part of the other side of the building is that that is where the dumpsters, trash are for our neighboring business. But on our building, we have raccoons peeking out of a trash can that go over where it is. So it's like the placement of it is so perfect. So anyway, that's what you'll see when you show up to our building. But when you come in, you'll see me. And then we've got a few different meeting spaces there. And we've got little pods of our desks. It's like the business admin kind of pod. Then it's photo video. Then it's graphic design and web. It's a very creative space. There's art everywhere. There is Post-it notes color-coded everywhere. There's whiteboards in every room. So it's a very creative space. So it's a really fun place to be. But when our clients come in, we sit around a table and we go through everything. We go through your website. We'll go through your social media. Even if that's not why you reached out to us, we're going to go over it with you anyway because people just need to see that marketing from a holistic point of view and see that it's not just the one piece of the puzzle, it's the whole thing. So we do free marketing consultations with people to help them see those roses and thorns in their current marketing, and we'll give them all of our ideas and brainstorm with them, and they can do with that what they want. So that's the fun stuff for me. I love meeting with new clients and and thinking of all the things for them. So
it's a great time of the year to be talking about this too.
Yeah.
Because so many people, now that COVID is over, I would say it's over. Can we say that? It's over.
I don't know.
But I think people are trying to get back to normal, right? And they've either changed businesses, they've started businesses, which we love. Started.
Yes.
They're trying to think about ways to do things differently. And so I love this conversation because I want to give people permission to say, hey, I may not have it all figured out, but you guys can be a great partner for them. And we do a lot of different things for customers too. And it's just finding that niche and saying, how can we help you clear your vision so that you can actually be the most productive in 2024?
What I love about Ash is that we actually care. We really do care about you, and we want you to get the most out of your budget too. You know, like you come in and you're like, I only have this. We will work with you, and we want to like give you the best possible things you can get that will help you reach your audience, your niche, to be able to help more people. So it's like us helping you helps you help all these other people, and that's what we love. We really do care, and we really do want to treat you as a partner in this rather than we want your business. Of course we want your business, but there's more to it than that. So
yeah, it's partners for life, right? Because once you do that, when you give somebody permission to grow their business the way that they can, at the pace that they can, it changes their life.
Yeah.
So
we celebrate all of our clients' small victories or big victories. Like, well, we always still follow them on social media, even if we're not working with them in an ongoing way. We're like, did you see that blank organization did this? Like, that's so great for them. And we celebrate all their victories.
So cool. Well, I'm excited for you. I love that you came by the studio today.
Yeah.
This is awesome to have you here.
This has been so fun.
As an ambassador-ambassadee relationship. There's so much more to do in our community, right?
Yes.
So your location, you guys are on the northwest side? Northeast side?
Northwest. Okay. I mean, we're in Brownsburg, so I guess I don't know. It's kind of northwest.
Northwest, yeah. But it's very easy to get to. And you have been just so active with Top Floor Women and all the things that we're doing to grow the community. So I want people to know.
I'm a Johnson County girl at heart. Born and raised. So.
Born and raised. And IU grad. So
yes, and IU grad.
Yes. But if you need anything, here's the thing. If you need anything, an art idea, call Bridget.
Marketing plans for 2024. We're there for you.
It's so fun. It's so fun. I want you to be a friend of the show. Come back anytime and keep us updated on the things that you're doing and growing and learning. And we'd love to have you back.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's been so fun.
This is awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you for tuning in today to Everyday Business Leaders. I hope you were inspired. I know you were, because Bridget's awesome. And she's going to help us think and grow about our businesses differently, because she sure did me. Get your free evaluation. Go to Ash Interactive today and find Bridget. Remember, the growth of journey in innovation never ends, especially when you're a business owner and a community leader. It's our mission here at Everyday Business Leaders to help bring you the best insights from our local community. Stay tuned for more episodes filled with wisdom, innovation, and inspiration. This is Melanie Ake, signing off from JP the Geek Studio, where better IT service is just a call away. They say own it, secure it, and protect it. Until next time, don't forget, subscribe to the channel and turn those notifications on so you never miss an episode. Everyday Leaders helps you to develop strategies to become a better leader in your life. Remember, it's not what you do in a day. It's what you do every day that makes the most impact.